This is Business Inspires, the podcast of the Tri-Village Chamber Partnership. To run a successful business, you need resources, valuable connections, and community recognition. Business Inspires will provide you with the tools, resources, and examples to inspire you to create the business you're envisioning. This episode is brought to you by the Tri-Village Chamber Partnership. Our innovative and active chamber is successful because of our smart and engaged members who cultivate our strong business community.
Boost your business with LBB Edutainment. Our expert strategies and coaching empower leaders and teams to transform your workplace culture and inclusivity. Let's create a better world of work today. Begin at lbbedutainment.com.
Grandview Heights seamlessly combines timeless charm with a modern vision.
This is Yasmin Robles, the Chief Sparkle Strategist at Robles Designs. We specialize in creating drool-worthy websites, stunning brands, and innovative marketing strategies for entrepreneurs who are hell-bent on taking over the world. Get started today at roblesdesigns.com.
The city of Upper Arlington, where superior services and citizens come first.
Welcome to Business Inspires, where our goal is to inspire you to create the business you envision. I'm Brett Johnson, Tri-Village Chamber Partnership Board Member and the owner of Circle 270 Media Podcast Consultants. Thank you for following and subscribing to the podcast. With me is Katie Ellis, President and CEO of Tri-Village Chamber Partnership and the co-host of the podcast. It's great to be here with you, Katie, as always.
Great to be back on. And today we have some astounding, amazing individuals, Chad Greenwald and Russ Miller. They are the owners of School of Rock in Columbus. Guys, you were on our podcast before it got updated to this version, but that was before you opened School of Rock. Can you give us a quick update on your growth since you opened?
Yeah, definitely. We are so happy to be back again. Hopefully we can make this more than annual. We like being silly.
We're going to be silly?
Oh, no, we're serious.
Okay. Silly activated.
Yeah, it's been great. We love this community. We love it here. We're growing substantially every month. Or just like go like this, and we can really see a real impact in the community that we're making. We have a safe space for children and adults to be themselves and to learn how to play music. And we just love it. We're having a great time, and Russ and I we might look a little bit older.
We've aged a lot. But
a little bit.
It's for the betterment of lots of people, so we'll take it.
Look at all this wisdom we have. So much wisdom.
We recruit so much wisdom.
Wisdom in my beard as well as my stomach. Yeah.
That'll happen when you own a business. That will definitely happen. Yeah.
Exercises are still the same.
They're still the same.
But we're testing the structural integrity of it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Yep, exactly. Well, so, talk about some surprising challenges you faced in the first year operating School of Rock Columbus.
You want to do this one?
Maybe being... I tend to be nice. I like to be nice. I don't like it when people are upset with me. So making maybe some exceptions more so with some families than I normally should have. But
it's because he's got a sweet heart, and he always is looking for the betterment of people.
I was finding a solution.
Yeah, it's hard going from, hey, I'm a nice guy, to being a business owner and trying to make difficult decisions, whether hey, they're having a difficult time, can we help them out, versus, hey, we just opened a business and we are also having a difficult time as well. We got to make sure that things flow naturally here. That's difficult. I think for me, it was delegation. Delegation is a thing that I am not used to.
I got one more too.
I am someone who is very much good at doing everything when I shouldn't be doing everything. Which is why, like I said, we have all this wisdom, and but I mean, challenges. It's the what I would say is really kind of amazing is that our staff are they're the bee's knees. Seriously, they love it here. For instance, Russell Miller and myself, we just played Kemba on Friday, which is a big performance venue, and one of our staff members is like, "Hey, why didn't you invite me to come out?" I was like, "Because is it normal for someone that is double your age / your boss to invite you out to a show?" It's like, "No, you guys are really cool. I wanted to hang out." And just things like that. We have.
She's trying to get a raise. It's fine.
It's not getting raised. But the fact that our staff wants to hang out with us outside of normal hours. They want to work here extra. They do extra work. And we're creating this really just wonderful culture that is everything that I wanted it to be, that we wanted it to be.
Yeah, this place, you can bring an emotion in here that might not be your favorite or carry some of the day with you, and it seems to kind of wash off of you as the day goes by. And it's, you notice it after the fact, like, oh, the byproduct of this place is I'm making sure that I experience as much as everyone else can. But I see that in kids and see it in our teachers and the adults that come in. And some parents just like to come and hang out. This is a fun place to sit on this couch and do some work. Listen to some chaos in here a lot of times. There's a lot of noises from lots of different areas. But he reiterated just being in the community is huge, and it feels good. We walk it up. I've ran into people at Giant Eagle like, "Hey, Russ, that's great. I don't live here. I live in Guyana." So we've kind of moved in here in a way.
Hey, at least as a person, I have a whole gaggle of 8th graders that scream at me.
Yeah, the more we see these young kids, then they see us out in the wild.
And then
you're the school rock guy. Fun.
Yeah. So was the culture that you have intentional, or is it what you wanted? Or did it just happen, or was it a reflection of you two, quite frankly, that you knew was going to happen?
It's probably in all, trying not to sound egotistical, which it probably will.
Drum roll, please.
No, it's because of us.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was. It sounds weird because Russ and I are different people. We have our pros and our cons and things that we do well, things that we need to work on. But when you break it down to who we are as people, I think we are good people that want to help.
Yeah.
And
our motives are proper. We have the right motives for this.
Yeah, and I think that's picked up on by the staff, by our students here, and I know from what I've heard, because this is our first go around with the brick and mortar business. A lot of other business owners just buy the business and work a lot in the beginning, and they stop, they disappear. And I think it's noticed that Russ and I are here every day, gaining wisdom and making sure that people are, that this is a place where they want to be. They feel like they're accepted here, and this is something that came from us, I think. And it sounds weird to say that because it's speaking about ourselves in that way, but
it's hard to.
Yeah, I mean, our goofy nature is definitely here. Our caring, our compassion, our love for music is definitely seen within these walls. And I mean, as you look around,
put all those things together, and it comes fun and music and passion and just natural silliness is a natural ability that just kind of happens. So maybe we finally found a place for us to exist.
You created your own.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, to speak to the fact that you are the leaders of your business.
Wait for this.
And that has that way of reverberating out. And I can absolutely speak to the culture because I got to have the great opportunity to have voice lessons with you guys, and just knowing that I could go in early and hang out for a few minutes or something. It was just such a really relaxed, and whoever came in the door, you could have a nice conversation with. And you guys are very playful. And so people need more of that. So whether it's just stepping into the environment that you create or stepping way out of your comfort zone and trying to learn something that maybe might not be easy.
Well, I got to turn the lights on again.
You guys look like
this. Good work.
Flailing things in car lots.
Yeah.
But yeah, you guys have done a great job with that. And I was going to ask about, is there anything advice-wise that you would give yourself, before you opened? What would you tell yourselves if you could go back?
Mm.
I would trust our people with different things. Back to his delegation thing, maybe there could have parts of it could have been a little bit easier.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a really good question.
Yeah, I'm thinking about.
I would say be more organized.
Just in general.
Yeah, that's it's funny when you go from. So for me, before all of this, I just taught private lessons one-on-one, and going from I had myself 20 to 30 students to 200 plus students with lots of moving parts and performance groups, and I think we're at 18 staff now, maybe. The idea is I'm still hiring. So if any drummer or guitar player listens to this podcast, keyboards, yeah, we're hiring.
Vocals.
So yeah, spreadsheets are a thing. Not used to them, but stuff like that. I would say just be more organized, and we were as prepared, honestly, as we could have been for the place that we were in our lives. Over a year ago now. We all have our personal things that are going on, and to be able to triumph over that is something that I am very, very thankful for. We've had some pretty rough days,
mm-hmm.
and we've still been able to vanquish that and be at peace here and be able to do the work that we need to do and to help bring joy and compassion to others, which is great.
Yeah, you mentioned earlier that you're walking around the community and they're saying hi to you. They know you, and you're not really even a resident of the community. But how has the local community responded to the presence of School of Rock in Columbus?
We're best friends. We're BFFs.
We really look. There's something special going on in this area. It's the Grandview. It's Tri-Village. It's just
Chamber of Commerce is pretty cool.
They're the best.
They're a great nonprofit. You should join up.
No, it's a small city, small feel, but a bigger than a small city feel. I don't know how to explain it.
I can.
People are very. We get walk-ins occasionally. This isn't really a high traffic street, but people will say, "I'm tired of driving by here. I'm just going to come in and say hi." I love that.
Yeah, we have a neighborhood behind us. It's a really great community that has a semi-urban environment. So there's a lot of diversity, a lot of different cultures, which is great for us. And we love that. We want everyone here.
Close to downtown.
Suburban, but also urban.
Suburban.
Yeah. And obviously the chamber, our BFFs, but the Grandview Parks and Rec, those are our dudes. We are so thankful for them. We love them.
We like to accompany as many events as they do. We
do them all.
Yeah, we just do them.
Yeah.
You want a DJ? We'll throw a DJ.
And then recently, Stevenson Elementary and Larson Middle School, they've welcomed us in there, and
it was a blast.
It was a blast and a half.
Last Friday we did All Arts Day again. It was the second time at Stevenson where they have just a day of arts, and they
was it all day?
Arts, crafts, all kinds of things, but music is an art. So we had a section. I just ran right past you there.
No, you did.
It was wonderful. We had existing students. We got to call up out of the crowd, and they came up and played a song. And we were teaching the groups. We were giving them parts to play, and it was just wonderful. So these kids got to be famous in their own school, and our drummer buddy just pops out sunglasses, puts them on.
Oh, Frankie put on sunglasses? Oh, good.
He just pulled them out.
It's like, what?
He was ready. And that all just happened so naturally. Well, thanks to our teacher. We bring a couple teachers with us, just working on those community things. We prepare a little bit. This one we prepared for a bunch more, but things happen naturally because the people we have in place. We were very particular about who we hire and why we hire them, but personalities precede most everything, and then
and
yeah,
a lot of their qualifications are great too.
well, yeah, but
Like
I
for
like
instance,
personality,
a particular
what?
yeah, like quality, you like personalities.
Well, I like personality is one of their qualities.
So Katie, her teacher,
Different Katie.
different. Well, no, your teacher, Katie, had a teacher named Katie who was actually our first hire.
Yeah.
Katie has a master's in music therapy, and she's a great person, great student. She was a great teacher.
She helped run that event on Friday.
Yeah.
She's got multicolored hair, so the kids kind of look at her like
she's a
magical,
mermaid. Magical mermaid.
Like, how you walk?
Yeah, and we have lots of teachers like that. We have, I think, 2 or 3 other teachers that have master's degrees. We have a whole handful of master's degrees in music. We want to hire great personalities, but also the qualifications behind that.
Yes, they're qualified also.
Yes, they're not just people with good personalities. I met this person at the bus stop. They were really cool.
When we're hiring someone as a staff,
they have to have good personality. Yeah,
we have to be able to for them fitting into our culture. That's big,
by being a good person.
It's a big non sequitur for all these decisions.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Could you? Sorry, go ahead.
I just said yes.
Oh, it sounded like you were getting into something else. I didn't want to.
Yes.
He was going to yes and me.
What is that?
Yes and.
You ever done improv? Where
I wasn't.
You just continue the thought with a yes and then you add to the story and it becomes something awesome at the end.
We like both of you very
Don't
much.
do improv. It's real bad for you. Yeah, not good stuff.
Are there any other memorable success stories or breakthrough moments from your students or parent of a student over the past year that you could share?
So,
for this one.
Direct conversations, a couple students that I can speak to, they're noticing they're different socially. So through these lessons, they're not only getting better at their instruments, but their communication ability is increasing. And I think when we play music, we unlock the ability to feel emotions differently, maybe from different angles, but just makes us maybe a little more sensitive. So there's maybe a softening of some people because there's a lot of shells that this youth lives in right now.
Yes.
But I can see some of the defenses, the social defenses being beat down a little bit in a good way,
Getting beat down in a good
yes,
way.
just we have all these walls up. And sometimes we have too many. A lot of them are good and important, but if we get used to that, then all of a sudden we're surrounded by our walls. So we can't feel much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I want to say a lot of yes. And we have a very large LGBTQ community here. And it's really a wonderful place where these kids really just feel like they can just be themselves here. And I think that's wonderful. And that includes those social walls, that Mr. Russell Miller of Gahanna was talking about. He was, like for instance, I taught a kid for many, many years before this. And since then, they have come out as non-binary. And they kind of, for a long time, were really within that shell that Russ was talking about. And just over the last couple months, this kid has gone from in that shell to just being themselves. Sometimes a little too cocky at times for no reason, but they're social, they're making friends, and that's something that we're just really excited that these kids can make this more than just an education and music, but also a social thing where they can make friends that could last the rest of their life.
There's new friends all over this place via the groups. And they
relationships.
They have their own. They hang out outside this place, and it's cool. And a lot of these kids had trouble with that first step of how do I make myself available to find a friend. And hey, look, now you got a buddy. And we can, we give that feeling when we're here. We're buddies with everybody. It's important that when someone comes through that door, they feel some acceptance, some welcome,
some goofiness.
Yeah, it's just keep the thread of that, and it kind of becomes easy to keep the thread of that because that is what this place is.
Yeah. It's interesting that's how you began this interview with you have a safe space. That was the first thing out of your mouth. That was the most important thing. One of the many important things about that place of what you have there is that it's a safe space. And that's good. Not many businesses can say that or have tried to strive to that, but they can create it. It's very difficult. Very difficult.
It makes sense with music. Music isn't accepting of everything and everyone, and so
all
we've
different
got
types. Yeah.
Our within these walls there can be different types of people. Every different type of person really can be represented in our school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talking about the stylistics,
Weirdos, cool guys, etc.
Aging men.
Just jumping on that, knocking down walls, crumbling the shells, something that our listeners might not know that you also do is team building. And thank you so much for taking care of the chamber and hosting a team building event. So
where was Brett?
Brett, where were you?
Yeah, doing this for somewhere else.
making money podcasting somewhere. I know exactly. Yeah.
But we had a group of, I think, 9 or 10, which was great. And everybody got on an instrument, 2 vocalists, and in an hour, we were taught how to play the instrument or how to do the lyrics to the song. And then we got to perform like 3 times.
Yeah.
So that just, it was just incredible that you were able to facilitate something like that. And it really inspired all of us and impacted us in a way of like, I am definitely bonded with the lovely girl that was doing the vocals with me. Like, okay, we got this. I'm never going to forget her.
Haley's wonderful.
Yeah.
Haley, she's one of our go-to. She's one of our favorites here.
That team building, just getting people out of their element and into a completely different environment. I think it elicits different emotions out of people. You see a different side of someone. Helen in HR shredding on the guitar. What are we talking about here?
Oh, Helen.
Helen, calm down. But that stuff, it's available, and
Helen was like doing this and doing backflips and stuff. I was like, what are this? There's pyro somewhere?
I brought my own fireworks, yeah.
It sounds like a great band name, Helen and PR.
Yeah.
I love that. The subtitle shredding it, whatever. I love that. Oh my gosh.
I like that a lot. Helen and PR shredding it.
It's fun to watch. It's just, everyone gets, all their titles go away on something like that, and you're just in a band.
Yeah.
So I think there's when companies are searching for team building, there's a level of authenticism that they're hoping to get, where sometimes it can be a little cheesy, team building. I've been in many experiences where like
trust falls.
I mean, there's been some cheesiness, but this is just, you're in there, so it just something organic happens, and everyone's learning and communicating, and then you're done. You're like, oh, that was cool. So I think that's this is a little known team building option, but I think the value of this happens much higher. Much more than other stuff, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And you get to shred. Watch Helen shred.
Helen shreds.
Yeah, Helen shreds, exactly. So we want to end on a higher note, lighter note, because it's been too serious. So one last question. So to each of you, if you got stuck in an elevator and were forced to listen to only one song, what would you pick?
See, it's funny. You were just talking about making it lighter, and I like really heavy music. I was like, no. So I know which one I would pick, and it's even the title of it's pretty heavy. So I have a pretty diverse background in music, and I love classical music. So
something boring,
something boring, yes. So it's called Death and Transfiguration. It's by Richard Strauss. See, look at that face. And then the thing is, there's lots of movement, so it wouldn't get boring over time. There's lots of layers. And it's not a religious song, but it's more about the rebirth of a human becoming someone else. And I think, shut up. You're like, I'm going to listen to Humphreys McGee. Yeah.
Mine's going to be The Heat Is On, or Let's Hear It for the Boys. And then,
oh my gosh.
Hope for the best.
Oh my God. That's terrible. No.
On repeat, the heat is on.
Now, what the question is,
Yeah.
what song would you not want to hear? What song would be that'll be the better question here.
Okay, you can go that direction too. I love that. So, what
Okay,
don't you
all
want to
right.
hear? Yeah.
I like Barbie song. I'm Barbie girl, Barbie world.
Oh,
I would find a way to make that elevator be on the first floor real quick.
Surfing USA by the Beach Boys.
Oh, that has harmonies in it.
Yeah, I know,
There's
but it'd be
stuff to
really.
listen
But
to.
think about Bermuda, Bahamas. No,
That's
not that.
not
No,
it.
that's not that one.
Kokomo.
Kokomo. Oh my God, Kokomo on repeat.
Yeah.
Over and over.
Yeah,
I'm a pretty mama.
I wouldn't make it.
Tiago, Montego, baby, what are we going to the coast? Yeah, over and over forever.
It's either way. It's not going well.
Or who let the dogs? Oh man,
I would like to let them in to get us.
just eat us.
Yeah.
All right, what about you guys?
Wow.
Reverse card. Uno reverse.
Reverse. Mine would be that the song from Hell would be Feliz Navidad. I hate that song.
All right.
I hate that song.
Jose Felician.
Gosh, I cannot do that one. And I guess I would show my prog rock side. I would probably want any song from Rush would be fine.
All right.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
Time Stand Still is my favorite Rush song. I'm a cheesy. All right.
It's good.
I would have to say for myself, Girls Just Want to Have Fun. I went to a bachelorette party that they literally played that on repeat, and I had to leave early. I had to excuse myself.
Yeah.
Because I don't know whose idea that was.
All right. Now your favorite song for it, though, too.
So that's like bad team building there. The girls just want to have fun.
No, they don't. Gross.
Oh, I would probably have to go with something like classical as well. I'm big into listening to like any kind of like cinema classical.
Okay.
That has to do. Yeah, those are good for me.
People really like
I don't know if I could pick one. Brett, what about you?
Yeah, I like Rush. I like the cinema thing too because if you think about it, if it's a song tied to a movie, then your mind can go to the movie. So it's not just the song.
Yeah, this is where they see the dinosaurs.
Exactly.
Jurassic Park soundtrack done.
Yeah, or Indiana Jones for Indiana Jones soundtrack for me. My gosh, yeah. Oh my gosh, I love that. Yeah. I love it.
Well, you guys. Thank you so much for doing this again. We will absolutely do another update because we want to hear from you and all that you're doing. How can people find you? Where are you located?
We are located on 3rd Avenue by Oxley.
949 West 3rd Avenue.
Yes, right by Grandview Yard.
3rd and Dover.
It's Dover. 3rd and Dover. I don't know where we are. Yeah, we can find us on the internet.
We're on the internet.com
/Columbus. All right, so the actual website is www.schoolrock.com/locations/Columbus.
Just type in School of Rock Columbus.
Or on, MySpace and, Twitter or whatever. No, Instagram and Facebook is at School of Rock Columbus.
Awesome.
Perfect. Listeners, thank you for joining us. Don't forget to check out our podcast page on the Tri-Village Chamber website. Look for the podcast tab at the top of the homepage. Tell us what you think about this. Well, maybe you don't want to on this one. But anyway.
Yes, they do.
Or any of our other episodes at info@chamberpartnership.org.
Did you know sponsoring a Tri-Village Chamber event not only builds brand awareness, but expands your network? Our chamber unites hundreds of businesses and individuals through meaningful relationships, educational programming, exclusive resources, and awesome events. Sponsorship supports our efforts to build and strengthen the community. To find out which opportunities are best for you, contact me directly at Katie, Katie, @chamberpartnership.org. Thanks for partnering with us.
Thanks for listening to Business Inspires. Check out the podcast show notes for information about this podcast, to schedule a guest appearance, or to find out more about sponsoring this podcast.